Right. In today's video we're going to take a look at how to grow Scarlet Emperor runner beans. Now that's the beans themselves there. I think they look fantastic. So I sowed about 8 of these on the 14th of May in the polytunnel, and that's them now ready to get outside. And you can also see that in the bottom the roots are starting to come out, so you know that that's a good sign that they are ready to move on either into a bigger pot or outside. With any beans or peas, I never would put them out into the vegetable garden at all until the soil has heated up. So you're talking about now this last week of May, even into the first week of June, because we were still getting frosts right through the middle of May there. So if you put out anything like this and it's very tender, you've just lost all your hard work. Now the structure that I'm going to grow these runner beans up is a wigwam. Now you can do either what I have got here for the French beans, which I'm going to put in later on, is the more traditional way of putting in the beans and French beans or runner beans. I have put these in a wigwam structure, and they're about 30 centimetres apart for each cane, and it's about 1 metre wide in the middle there. Now something you can do with these runner beans, they put on a beautiful red flower, and there's people who actually grow these in flower beds just because of the flower. It is so pretty, and the flower is also edible. So you can put them in, 1 plant per cane is enough. And the other thing that you can grow along with them if you want to are sweet pea, but the sweet pea you would need to put in and put your string on like you do with your ordinary peas, because they're going to need help pulling themselves up. So I would tie that around and go horizontally right round till I got to the top, and that'll help the sweet pea to grow. You don't necessarily need to do it, but it does bring in some pollinators. So what I'm going to do is put these beans in. As I said, just 1 per cane is more than enough. Now the one thing about putting in the beans, you need to be making sure that you water them, because they are shallow rooted. They will need quite a bit of watering if we don't have any rain. So that's the one thing you must remember. And within about 12 to 16 weeks, they'll be ready to, from sowing out, they'll be ready to eat. The pods, you don't want the pods to grow any more than about 20 centimetres. Once it gets to 20 centimetres, then you start picking them. And it's really important to keep picking, because as you keep picking, then they'll put on more flowers and put on more fruit, or the pods, the peas, the beans. So that's really important to do that. And what I'll do with each of these, I'm going to tie them in just to give them a wee bit of support, but they'll find their own way up, and they'll twist around each of the canes and get to the top, and they'll grow to about 2 metres, 6 foot or so. And when they do get to the very top, it's quite important that you pinch out. Well, I'll show you. Whenever it gets to the top, you'll pinch out. There'll be another part of this bean will grow straight up like that. It's important to pinch that out, and what that does is encourage it to go bush out, and you'll get more pods then. So it's really important to do that when it gets to the very top. And there you go, once we get this wee guy tied in. So I do the figure of 8, tie it in the same as I did with the French beans, and then that'll get them, and they'll all grow up and be quite happy that way.